beautiful, you know.
He's trying to not be cold, I think.
Yes.
Knowing him.
My beauty, you know, gives me this superpower, and
your white hair. As well.
that's because I've got. I think it's because I've got the. I'm romantic, you know.
Oh yeah.
Everything I do in life, I do it with love. I make love to things. I'm not gonna make love to you tonight. Don't worry. You're safe.
I'm too cold anyway.
I can warm you up. No. Don't worry. Yeah. There's police around. Yeah, sure. Even though we dragged you in the dark. Yeah, with this house in the back.
Yeah. Well, I love Halloween.
Do you like Halloween?
Manner.
Do you have a song for Halloween?
No, I haven't written one of those yet. But
okay,
it's an idea, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
the night's young, you know.
You can say the Britalians suggested this. Yeah. The beautiful Marco, the beautiful white-headed Marco. Yeah. How does it come that I have more white hair than you?
I don't know.
Are you older than me?
You got more hair than me. That's right. That's right too.
But Maria, so let's say your name.
You're a legend, but yes.
You're a legend, but let's say your name for someone that may not know you.
Okay, I'm Tony Arata, originally from Savannah, Georgia, and now live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a songwriter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see more yourself as a songwriter or more as a guitarist, musician?
Oh, no. Particularly after being at this festival, no, I'll never say I'm a guitar player again. I never go any further than saying I own some guitars.
Okay.
That's about as much as I say because they've got so many great players here. Now, all I ever wanted to do truly was write songs. That's what I wanted to do. A lot of people want to move to Nashville. They want to be an artist or you know, they want to be a singer. All I wanted to do was write songs.
Did you have someone in the family that was already a musician and maybe dragged you into these?
No, everybody else, all my siblings were teachers.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm the one that, you know, kind of broke the mold, a different route. But no, my brother was a teacher, and all three of my sisters were as well. Yeah.
And was your family supportive when you started?
I was very lucky.
Because usually it's a tragedy for a family. For my family, everything is a tragedy, but in particular for others.
Well, it was wonderful because my mama was she was my biggest fan, and was always supportive, as was my father.
Nice.
I don't, you know, because I think he was just more concerned that.
How to make a living at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
But the only thing my folks both asked that I do before pursuing whatever dreams was finish school, was to get a college degree.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're adamant that I did that, and so I did, and of course I played in bars all through college, and then when I got out, I played in bands.
Nice.
But I started writing and really pursuing writing when I probably the second year of college.
So maybe within writing, and I love the fact that basically you kept doing the same 100% of the resources. You kept staying focused on the songwriting. Is it maybe what basically the product that you started to sell? Is that what you started working on?
Well, I said today in that little seminar that we did, whether anybody knew any of these songs or not, I'd have still written them, and I'd have still, because that's truly what I've always loved doing. And I guess at some point, some people have a belief in you that maybe something can be made of it. I got married in 1984. And my wife Jamie and I lived in a little shrimping village there in Thunderbolt, Georgia.
Okay.
And I came home from band practice one day, and I've been writing songs, you know, for the last 6 years. But I came home from band practice, and our landlord was there. And he said, "I need to see the apartment." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because your wife's given 30 days notice, and says she's moving to Nashville." And I said, "Wow."
Didn't know that.
No, I didn't. And I said,
it's quite a surprise.
I asked the natural question. I said, "Did she say I was going with her?" That's, you know, that would be a big help. Wow. So anyway, literally 30 days later, we lived in Nashville. And we moved there. We had enough money to last for a couple of months. We had no jobs. We didn't know a soul. And that's really probably the story of 90% of the people that show up there.
It's safe to say that you make all the decisions in the.
I make all the big.
family.
I make all the big decisions. She makes all the little ones. We just haven't had any big ones. So, yeah. But no, it was having someone that believed in me enough to say that nothing's going to happen with these songs here. So we're going to have to move where maybe something could actually happen.
That's very good. And
oh yes, I owe everything. You know, everything good I say I owe to two women, and then one of them I married, and the other one was, you know, my mama that you know, always believed in me and always, you know, encouraged me. So. We showed up in Nashville, and they did not need another songwriter. Let's just put it that way. I mean, they didn't.
Yes.
So it was one of those things where I remember staring out the window and going, I don't even know how to get started. I don't even know where to start pursuing this. And so
you just start.
I did.
What did you do? What was the first thing that you did?
I knew
you bought food.
I knew. I knew there were open mic venues in town where you could go and you'd sign your name on a little sheet of paper, and then some point during the night you'd get up and sing your one or two songs. Of course, there was nobody there except the other songwriters. But it was the first. It's like you got to start somewhere, and you got to jump in, and actually it turned out to be a very great thing because I met everybody I know in Nashville as a result of going out and playing. Including Garth.
How old were you when you went to?
28 when we moved there.
28. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
And so I wandered into this club called Douglas Corner Cafe that unfortunately is no longer there. And I'll always remember Garth was at that open mic show, and he was sitting on a stool. I remember the song he was singing, and I went up and introduced myself to him. That was 86 or 87, and we've been friends ever since. But I mean, at that time, we had nothing going on. I mean, nothing. We were both new to town, and we're just trying to sing songs wherever anybody would possibly listen.
As your songwriting changed, I mean, the questions that I asked and the way that we conduct the show has changed just within these past 2 years. How has your songwriting changed within the past, I don't know, 40 years?
I
don't know.
No, that's a great question because I think
because I'm a genius
with a capital J. And, no, but that's a great question because
has it changed though?
No, it hasn't, because I think unfortunately a lot of people fall into chasing the radio. Like, this is hot right now, so I'm going to write songs like this.
Right?
So they're all doing this kind of song and this, you know, these kind of themes, and I never had any success doing that. You haven't
been chasing the wave. You just
no.
Just been doing your part and waiting for the wave to catch up.
Well, and also I believe that it's not up to you really to tell an artist what they need to do. They need to hear something and make it their own. You know, absolutely. And that's so rather than say, I know this is perfect for you, Patty. You know, Patty Loveless has done a lot of songs over the years, but those were her decisions. Based upon songs that, you know, I don't know that anybody else would have done. I don't know if anybody else would have done some of the songs that Garth did, but they found them and they spoke to them. And so I don't think you can do anything more. When I first moved to town, I had a spare. Jamie made sure that we bought a ticket to go. This was this seminar like we did today, but on a much bigger scale, because there were record company executives and there were big producers and there were artists there. And it was just like, how do you get going in the music business? And everybody had a different, you know, take on it. And I was just sitting there going, I've just wasted our precious $60 on this, because I was just getting more and more confused. And really leave it to songwriters to put things into perspective. One of my heroes was one of the speakers that day, Dave Loggins.
Okay.
Dave wrote "Please Come to Boston" and a host of other songs. But Dave walked up to the microphone, and this entire speech was this. He looked at the audience and he said, "Write something you're proud of."
Quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he sat down, and that was it. And I'll never forget that. And it actually, it stuck with me. And it was a great lesson to say, don't write a hit. Write something you want to play for somebody.
Yeah, and you're happy. You feel that
Because
it's good. Yeah.
and also
I
it's
agree,
such.
yeah.
We're only given so much time.
Oh, yeah, of course.